On the area. And welcome to List Review SmackDown, September 20th, 2014. I'm Levi along with Jamil, my colleague,
Howdy, everybody.
and we're going to be reading some SmackDown. So, let's get to it. Well, it started off, we get a video package, I believe, was it Cena and Brock Lesnar, their little storyline rivalry going on?
Yep. And it took us back to Monday with the whole brawl with Cena and Lesnar.
Yeah, it is pretty much they're building up their Night of Champions match for Sunday, which I'll be tuning into. Um, but yeah, they're just building that up. But they started off just like I think it was a week ago with Wyatt and Chris in a cage match. It's not a cage match exactly, but they start off with actual on-screen wrestling. So they started off. We get Jimmy Uso versus Stardust, along with Jay Uso at the side of the Uso and Goldust alongside Stardust. And from when the beginning of the match, Jimmy was in control, but Cody Rhodes got him in the turnbuckle, and he started he shot him. He sold it really well, if I must say. And after that, he did a super kick to Stardust, or to Stardust, and he did a splash that ended the match. So the Uso goes over with victory over Stardust, and the match ended. Let me just say right now, the crowd was mostly dead during this match. Like you didn't hear anything from the crowd. I mean, you heard a yay whenever the Uso did a move or so, but that was about it.
You hear
And
the single yay, the single person in the crowd. That's all you heard.
yeah, and JBL was trying to sell it like before they went to commercial. He was like, "I love the flying Uso." Like out of nowhere, I think JBL he's a commentator. He's just there to pick up a paycheck because he just goes there and he just blurts out randomness while he's loud and interrupts Michael Cole. I don't know what the whole deal is, but I think he's just there to get a paycheck. He doesn't even care. and
Yeah.
and once the match was over, we got a little ad for the WWE Network.
God.
Yeah, they kept on chanting. It was like a 9.99 song featuring all Cena, Dolph, all of them. But Jamil, any takes on this match,
Oh,
man?
uh, it's like a start off match, like typical SmackDown start off match. But to go back to the commercial, they are killing the network. It's like
How's it-
I don't even. It's like I get the network because I have perks. I get it for free, and I don't even want it for free anymore. It's like, how much is it? $9.99. No, we don't care anymore. We simply don't care. It's like they are going to kill. They're going to drive WWE and the network into the ground with these ads.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I was going to say another thing too. What happens to the people that already had the network from 9.99 and you're airing it on the network? It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying.
And another thing about the network, they did it right in the commercial. Like Devo, I think said last week, they did it right in the commercial by having it on the commercial, not in the promo, because you're gonna look back 10 years later and like this promo ruined like the whole buildup of this like storyline. So like, why even include it? But yeah, the commercial for the ad, it was a good commercial. So yeah, and later on in the podcast, I'll get to what one of our other colleagues had to say about Roman Reigns later when we get to that. But yeah, any more Jamil on that?
I mean, it's just everyone knows my feelings on how this network thing is going around. So no, I don't have any more thoughts or anything, a reaction on that.
Yeah. And then next for the next match, we get Cesaro with Miz and Damian Mizdow versus. It wasn't really a versus, but it was versus Dolph Ziggler, R Ziggler, or Truth is R Ziggler. I mean that's Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. And Dolph and Cesaro would actually square off against each other while the rest just were at their sides watching. And like you can feel between these two that they can actually put on a show, unlike someone's name I won't mention. Like these two, they were actually competing, like mat wrestling, mat technique and all that. So you know a drop kick to Cesaro from Dolph Ziggler early in the match. It was actually a very good Dolph kick. I said Dolph kick, drop kick. He got very high, kicked him, and Cesaro sold it. I'm surprised Ziggler didn't sell it like Cesaro's little uppercut. I don't even think he did it.
Just dies.
right? And Cesaro would not counter, but he later in the match he would actually do a total whirl spin move or backbreaker on him to Ziggler, and oh yeah,
And
small
oh, go ahead.
a small package from Dolph to Cesaro. He tried to get him up for the cheap win for a win, and Miz would actually get involved after, and he would do a bot. He would do a net breaker on Dolph, but he actually botched it because like Miz fell real fast. I don't know if you caught that, Jamil, but I saw it. It was
Yeah.
like he did the neck breaker and like he dropped way too fast. I was like, if you're gonna do a neck breaker, make sure you drop at the like same time the person you're doing it on is going. But and then after that we get an we get a commercial. So Jamil, any takes on that first half of the match?
Um, I think like Cesaro and like Ziggler, they are really great talents, but they just need to develop their characters more. Like Ziggler, he should be like getting a bigger push than what he is, just based off of like talent. But he is sort of injury prone, and I don't think they don't have an idea of what to do with Cesaro right now. It's like they had him break up with the Real Americans to become a face, and be line himself with Paul Heyman to become a heel. I really don't think they have an idea the where they can take Cesaro right now.
I was gonna say he won that battle royal at WrestleMania for nothing, I guess, because pretty much just. I mean, he hasn't been buried by someone's name who I won't mention again, but I mean, you are right. They're scrambling to find like what to do with this guy, and we actually get back to the match. A DDT to Cesaro from Dolph. It was a very nice DDT. I think Cesaro was getting ready to do that uppercut move, but he put him in a military press. Then Dolph countered it. DDT. Cesaro sold it very well. Um, then it became a tag team. Oh yeah, it was actually a tag team match. My mistake. Dolph tagged in to Sheamus, and he did those little punches to the Miz on the ropes. He starts banging him on the chest, and he did the Irish Curse rolling senton to Miz. After that, then he did a backbreaker to the Miz. So like pretty much Sheamus was in control of this second half of the match, and R-Truth or Damian Mizdow would get involved. Sheamus tried to do the punches on him, but he got out of it. Then Miz would schoolboy him. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to pin him with that, and then once R-Truth like got around the ring, he clotheslined him or something. Clotheslined Mizdow. Then a bro kick to the Miz ended the match. Worried about his money maker, which isn't his face. I hope the WWE commentators know what they're talking about. But yeah, bro kick ended the match, and this is building up Cesaro versus Sheamus for the U.S. title, and the Miz versus Dolph for the Intercontinental title at Night of Champions. Jamil, any takes?
Um, I think the Cesaro Sheamus match is going to be a really underrated match because it's like right now it's like you remember a couple years ago everyone was clamoring for like an Orton heel turn and he turned heel and like no one is what they expected it to be. It's like I think that they need to take Sheamus heel again because like the brutal ruthless Sheamus that like almost ended Triple H's career and like destroyed the someone that I won't mention that these two commentators will not mention his name on this broadcast.
Go, keep going.
Um, yeah, like they need to take him heel again because like this face Sheamus, I'm not liking it. It's like his fighting style is not face style. It's like he's brutal. It's like he's brutality. That's like Brock Lesnar being a face.
Yeah,
You see,
Brock.
you see how it was when he first came in 2002. That one didn't work out too well.
Yeah, Brock. He. I remember if I recall correctly, he F5'd Al Snow, but yeah, I think heel Sheamus would be a good, a good I guess place for Sheamus right now. With you know they're lacking heels pretty much. Like the only heels I can think of that they have are Wyatt family, Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas isn't even really the heel to me because he gets chairs sometimes.
Yeah,
Jack Swagger, he's a newly turned face. I mean, with the Real American thing, I think he's just dropping now. Now that he's not going against Rusev anymore, but
like really, like there's only like five legit heels, like
right, Rand.
single competitors. Like there's Orton, Rollins. Um,
Even Rollins isn't even, I mean, he's a heel, but people like they cheer his matches with Ambrose, so
because they cheer Ambrose. They don't cheer Rollins. They cheer Ambrose.
they cheer both of them, dude. They both have talent, and everyone knows that. Oh,
They
if I,
have talent, but they don't cheer Rollins. I mean, they won't cheer him now since he's stomped Dean Ambrose head to the Lego blocks.
oh yeah, you're right. I was gonna say mention. I should just wait till we get to Roman Reigns, but I'll do it now. And Roman Reigns has to undergo surgery, so that leaves me wondering: are they going to push Ambrose? Like, well, they're scrambling right now because they are building him up. As one of my colleagues disagreed with me before,
That's
they
why
were building.
the rumor around the locker room right now is that Ambrose is coming back tomorrow. That's the rumor.
I hear today. I hear tomorrow or Monday. But yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to push Ambrose now. Now that uh, Roman Reigns is injured, so they're scrambling in plans right now.
Yeah, because they're saying that somehow, some way, like Cena's gonna beat down Lesnar, then Rollins is gonna come out and try to cash in, and Ambrose is gonna come out of the crowd.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
said.
I bet you $1 that you're right. And one of our viewers, he's actually viewing us right now. He asks, "Is anyone else tired of the Usos?" I think he's a little bit further behind, but yes, I am tired of the Usos. They had their rent. They had their run as champions, but I think the Wyatt family deserved the title shot a while back when they kept on getting it, but they didn't. So, yes,
I
I am
mean,
tired of the Usos.
I'm tired of the Usos too, but they have the most talent in the tag team division. Like, would you want to see the Wyatts just brute power? I want to see like high flying kicks and stuff. I don't want to see bizarre like the Dust Brothers, and I don't I don't want to see like two single competitors like Big Show and Mark Henry be tag team champions.
I was gonna say,
I,
haven't they been tag team? Haven't they been tag, not tag team champions, but a tag team before? Like,
partner, yeah, because never didn't who was it? Someone got hurt. I remember. No, they broke up because Big Show beat down Mark Henry, and I introduced the Hall of Pain Mark Henry.
uh, okay, but yeah. So that one viewer that asked, yes, we are tired of the Usos. So
But
next
they
up,
have more talent in the tag team division. Like, I'd
right.
rather see them be tag team champions than the Wyatt family. To be honest.
I was gonna say too, the Usos matches are just like someone's name who I won't mention. I'll mention his name, John Cena. It's just like they're just like John Cena's matches.
Oh, my ears.
Oh, sorry. It's just like, same moves all the time. It's the same stuff every week, and they always emerge victorious. If not, they emerge victorious every other week or so. But moving on, we get Adam Rose versus Heath Slater. And let me just say that Bunny of the Exotic Express is going to be putting a match soon with him, just from saying that. Um, it was actually Titus O'Neil was in Heath Slater's corner while the Bunny was in Adam Rose's, and a kick to the gut from Adam Rose to Heath Slater started off the match. He kicked Heath after he went into the turnbuckle, and Adam Rose actually did a spine buster. He did a spine buster like Triple H spine buster almost. That was kind of impressive. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
That's the go-to spine buster. Like everyone has done that spine buster. Like um, Alex Riley, um, Adam Rose, Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel does the spine buster?
Yeah, that's the go-to spine buster. The only people who like different spine busters are like The Rock.
I remember the Rock spine buster. He just lifts you up and just bam. But yeah, the Bunny would actually dive to the outside after Titus O'Neil became involved in the match. Like he just hopped across the ring while the referee just looking at him, and then actually he just dives over the ropes. Uh, Lands on him, and then while Heath Slater's looking at it, he turns around to get party fouled by Adam Rose, and that ended the match.
And another thing about that bunny, the bunny has to be Shawn Michaels. I'm like, come on, it has to be. It's just the way the bunny moves. It just looks like Shawn Michaels.
I was
I
going to say
watched Shawn Michaels for most of my life, and I know Shawn Michaels when I see him.
Hopefully Sean's still willing to put his body on the line, diving outside the ring like that. At like 40 something years old, he did the moonsault at WrestleMania against Undertaker, if I'm not mistaken, or Rick,
Yeah,
one of them.
the moonsault to the announcers table.
Yeah, that must have hurt. I was going to say, hopefully we do get to see who that bunny is eventually. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam Rose's gimmick, I mentioned it in a couple podcasts ago. His gimmick, I think they need to change the name of Rosebud, like like change him. I guess change him to Adam Lime or something, but not Rose, because like Rosebud it means a fisted anus. So
Okay,
um,
we're not gonna get into this one because we don't want this to start turning into health class.
uh, not with Stove Ash. No, I'm kidding. Uh, but yeah, I was gonna say they should just change the name of him and everything.
Yeah, yeah, to Miss Stovash out there, if you ever watch this, we have no problem with you.
I'm gonna say you're one of the coolest teachers I had. Moving on though, this is the match where I fell asleep for a little bit, but I woke up later. It was Los Matadores versus the Wyatt family. And when the match started, we actually had a commercial. And let me just say, during her entrance, the Los Matadores entrance, Big Show actually came out before El Torito, like the Olay chant and all that. Big Show just came
No,
out.
no, no, no. This wasn't the match. It was Big Show with Los Matadores versus Bray Wyatt and with the Wyatt family.
Okay, well, Jamil, you can take over since
Um,
you saw this match.
I think it was supposed to be scheduled for a one-on-one match because I didn't see this because I was on my commute home. So I don't I don't think this was a one-on-one match. I think it was just Bray Wyatt versus Big Show with Los Matadores and the Wyatt family. I'm not too sure. It could have been a tag team match.
I was gonna say, it did take you a while to get home. I remember you left my house before you got to the road. But yeah, I fell asleep, and let me just say, I'll go on WrestleZone and get the report from there. As far as I know, I think Wyatt won, I believe. Yep, the Wyatt family won. It was a tag team match, dude. It was a triple
Oh,
tag team match,
okay.
and Big Show apparently hit some clotheslines before he got sent into the corner. He hit the rope, and then Rowan chopped him. Bray Wyatt got tagged in. He kicked away at Big Show, and then he clubs him. I don't know if you know Bray Wyatt's club, where he like just runs full speed and like hits you with his elbows or arms or something. He
Yeah,
did that.
almost like Umaga.
Yeah, he tag in. Pretty much everybody's moves that like same moves and everything. But the winner, uh, the Wyatt family by Bray Wyatt doing the Sister Abigail to Diego from Los Matadores, and yeah, that's what we got for that match. Any take on Los Matadores and Big Show and Wyatt family, Jamil?
Los Matadors, who gives a holy shit about them? They're just recycled from like Diego and Fernando are just Primo and Epico. I don't give a shit. They're irrelevant. I would rather see Cena fight himself than watch them.
I was going to say, I remember all the hype for Los Matadores when they were being repackaged, and I was wondering, this could be a good tag team. And like they haven't done anything with them on main TV, like Raw or SmackDown. They just use them like on Superstars. Probably, I don't watch Superstars because I don't feel like watching something at 8 o'clock at night on a school day because I gotta get some sleep. But yeah, I think, yeah, I just think they use them for like Superstars and everything. So like they build them all up for nothing, I guess. That's WWE goes. But yeah, and the Wyatt family, let me just say a colleague of mine would disagree with what I'm about to say, but Bray Wyatt got and the Wyatt and the rest of the Wyatt family got buried by John Cena, just point blank. And then Chris Jericho had to come in, be the band-aid to Wyatt, make him seem like a legitimate heel, which he did, but the Wyatts haven't gone nowhere since being buried by Cena, and then
The shoveler.
yeah, with the golden shovel, and yeah, they,
Golden shovel.
like I mentioned before, all of those times the Wyatts had the opportunity to get the belt from the Usos night after night after night, unsuccessful. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, they're never going to let them get the titles. I don't know why, but they're never going to let them get the titles. And yeah, I think it's too late for them to do something like that now because Stardust and because Gold Dust, I mean Gold
The
Star,
Dust Brothers.
yeah, Gold Star is going to get the titles because you see that they're building them up. I have a feeling they're going to win tomorrow at Night of Champions. Just my guess.
Yeah. And the where in the hell did the New Age Outlaws go?
Yeah. Where did they go?
Yeah,
Just
they got beat by the Shield, like with Kane, and they haven't seen them since.
let me just say that match was absolute chaos.
It really was.
I just saw it took 2 minutes and like 50 something seconds for it to end. The match was just pure chaos. But
I mean, because all it was is just they speared Kane, like curve stomp Kane. He was gone. It was just feasting time. It's
right.
two old timers.
It was injustice at WrestleMania, that's for sure. Um,
Injustice wasn't the word.
but yeah, and if you ask me, the only way for Wyatt's to become a dominant heel faction, I heard rumors earlier this year that they were actually planning to turn them into a face team, so that'd be kind of exciting to see how that would work out. But yeah, if you want to reestablish the Wyatts as a heel, like a dominant heel faction, you might need to
You probably have to make them come out and attack Cena tomorrow in his match with Lesnar. You
and
probably have to.
and like rebuild the feud for because they're Cena's not going to be the company boy anymore once WrestleMania comes. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
another thing about the Shield, like maybe like a certain colleague will disagree, but the Shield was when they were heels in the height, like when they like attacked Undertaker and Christian and stuff like that, that's the greatest like faction on WWE history, if you ask me. Better than the Corporation, better than Evolution at its peak. It's like the Shield is the greatest faction ever.
of
I'm just
W
gonna put that out there.
of WWE or like of pro wrestling in general.
Pro wrestling in general.
I beg to differ. The NWO.
NWO got too big. Like, what do you wait? What NWO? The three like Hogan, Hall, and
Yeah, I was going to say just the
Nash.
found. Yeah, just the founding three. Because once in a while, after the NWO just took over Nitro, it became NWO Nitro, not WCW. But once they took over, everyone just started joining. Even Sting
No,
joined.
those wars. It was not like Monday Night Nitro. It wasn't like Monday Nitro or whatever they called it. It was NWO versus WWE. Cause like NWO was WCW. It's like you had NWO and Goldberg. That's it.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna say even Sting joined the NWO, but he joined the fake Sting joined WCW. The fake Sting joined NWO Hollywood, while real Sting joined Wolfpack. And let me just say right now, for those that are confused with the Wolfpack NWO and Hollywood NWO, Hollywood was heel NWO.
Yeah,
The Wolfpack
Wolfpack
was
was face.
Wolfpack was face. But yeah, moving on after that match, we get Paige versus Nikki Bella, and let me just say right now, AJ was on commentary, which when she should have been in the ring, because Nikki Bella, can't really do nothing. Yeah, we get the usual Nikki Bella botch. I think she botched going into a turnbuckle or so. She kept on screaming during the match, and
Like she botches person Kevin Nash.
I hope she doesn't tear her quad like him. Uh,
Towards the quad walking down the ramp at Hogan's birthday. They say towards the quad.
but apparently, yeah, Nikki was punching her. Paige took her down with a kick later, and she sent her into the ropes. She missed a clothesline, but Nikki hit a clothesline and a drop kick for her, getting a body drop on Paige. She got a face buster for a 2 count, and Paige came back with a quick kick to the jaw, and then with the Paige turner for the win. After the match, AJ grabbed the title, and she started like getting in the ring, skipping around, and Paige was yelling at her. And while all this is going on, Nikki Bella was outside the ring, and she came back in. She snatched the belt from both of them. Said, "This is mine." And then next thing you know, AJ and Paige get hit by her while they were looking at each other, while they were looking at Nikki. And Nikki just started demolishing them with the belt, which to me, if they give Nikki the title, you might as well just say goodbye to the Divas division, because the only two that they really
I mean,
have is
if they give Nikki the belt, I can see where they're going. They're probably going to wait until Daniel Bryan gets back. They'll have Bree take the belt from Nikki, and then Daniel Bryan will have the WWE Championship belt. You know, the whole power couple thing. I can see where they were headed with that, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Divas division's over. Unless Trish Stratus magically gets young and comes back.
I was gonna say I don't think she's ever coming back. We need Lita back with moonsaults. Um, but yeah, for Night of Champions tomorrow night, I have a feeling I see Paige retaining the title. I really see Paige retaining the title.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then after that, we get Jack Swagger with Zeb Coulter versus Bo Dallas. It was a rematch from Monday, and Jamil, you can lead this one.
Uh, I didn't see this match either, really, but I did get the gist of it from WrestleZone. So apparently, it was a even match from the start. Bo Dallas officially, he was like really angry because he did tap out one day. He tapped out to the Patriot Lock from Jack Swagger. So he was really like overzealous the entire match. Trying to punish Swagger for making him tap out. But then Swagger starts to turn the tide, with some great power wrestling moves. Hits the Swagger bomb, and
Hmm
I think Swagger won with the Patriot Lock. I'm not too sure about that one.
Um, no, Bo Dallas won after hitting the running Bulldog.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah,
only
and
only match I saw was the main event.
after the match, actually, Dallas did his little victory lap like how he always does, and he said Swagger wound up just like Zeb Coulter, a haggard old senior citizen, and a waitress told Ted told Bo that Coulter stole sugar packets and is a bad tipper. And then Dallas said it's obvious that Swagger is slow, but he can succeed in life if he just believes. And Swagger quickly kicks the microphone into Bo Dallas's mouth. Dallas scurries away to back as Swagger's music plays. And we get a commercial break. And then the main event. Jamil, since you watched this match, can lead us in. Oh, yeah, you can lead
Oh,
us in.
in this match, it's the most evident match I've ever seen that they're building Roman Reigns. From the start, Roman Reigns dominated Rusev from the start. Um, he was just like power moves, but it's the same like clotheslines and the big slap like Kane. And like he kicked Rusev in the midsection, and then did like a running like kick, like I don't know you can compare it to, like a running like big boot, and then sets him up on the ropes with the drop kick. And he gets in the rings and starts flipping his hair all around, and then signals sort of Superman punch. But then here comes Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes scurrying down the ramp with the briefcase, gets Reigns' attention. So then Reigns waves, tries to punch Rollins, but misses. So then he turns around and gets a big boot from the big super kick from Rusev. So then so Lana tells Rusev to crush, so he stomps on his back, but gives Roman Reigns lots and lots of time to recover before he tries to lock in the accolade. So once he tries to lock in the accolade, Roman Reigns slips through the back of Rusev and does do a back suplex. And then he picks up Rusev, try to bounce him off the ropes and set up for the spear. But at the top of the ropes, there's Seth Rollins with the briefcase. He jumps off the top of the ropes and tries to hit Roman Reigns with the briefcase, but hits Rusev with the briefcase.
Mm.
So then Roman Reigns throws Seth Rollins out of the ring and Superman punches Rusev. And then there's a fight that ensues, and it goes into the crowd, so they're up by the steps, and then Kane, wait, no, Kane, this is the wrong one. But yeah, it's a fight that ensues, so they pretty much end SmackDown with a brawl between Rusev and Rollins to obviously promote the Night of Champions match.
I was going to say we all know who might win that match. but uh, but yeah, I think it's evident that, like you said, Roman Reigns is getting a push, and let me just
I've
say,
never seen I've never seen Rusev get dominated like that. I mean, even by a technical wrestler like Swagger, I've never seen Rusev get dominated like that. He had no momentum. He didn't land any moves, not even any kicks. But until the end when Rollins got involved.
right, and like I said, I wonder if they're going to feed Rusev Cena soon because he's undefeated. He's if they would have fed anybody to Cena, I would at least have them lose, have Bo Dallas lost to Cena instead of R-Truth. Like out of nowhere, Bo Dallas is
Now, our fucking truth.
right. It's K-Quick. Out of all the people they had to choose from, they chose K-Quick to end the streak of Bo Dallas. And you know, at I can clearly see that Roman is going to be champion soon. Devo would disagree with me right now, but you can clearly, it's evident that they're going to give Roman Reigns the title at WrestleMania 31.
Okay.
Who?
I have a message from one of our colleagues here. Right now we're gonna take a break from the review of SmackDown for a little bit, and we're gonna right now we're gonna discuss who's the greatest faction of all time, because one of our colleagues, Davion, says is that Evolution is the greatest faction ever. I will just say, Ric Flair is useless. So on two occasions, the Shield beat Evolution. Even though Evolution did put Roman Reigns to a table, the Shield beat Evolution. Not once, but twice. And it forced Batista to quote unquote quit.
And yeah, the greatest faction of all time, if you ask me, uh, I'm gonna go with, like I said before, the NWO, simply because they put Nitro ahead of WWE for 85 weeks, 84 weeks straight. So, a faction that's a group that does something like that proves to be like the most dominant. They're dominant. So, yeah, NWO, drove WWE into the ground for 84, 85 weeks straight. So, that's the
Wasn't
greatest faction
necessarily
I've ever
into
seen.
the ground. It was just second.
But, yeah, and like I said before, for this little question, Roman Reigns is definitely going to get the title at WrestleMania simply because who better to beat the man that beat the streak, not only beat the streak, but beat the Superman of the company. Who better to have him lose to at WrestleMania than none other than the next big thing, Roman Reigns? You know?
Mm. I agree they're giving him a push, but I do not think Roman Reigns is the next big thing. I don't think so. Until they develop his character and give him more money, he's not the next big thing. Because when Lesnar, the real next big thing, came into WWE, he had the background. He had the NCAA championship. He had someone at the top for him, Paul Heyman. He had his advocate.
That is true. Roman Reigns hasn't had a manager ever, as far as I know, since starting his career. But yeah, I think this review is 32 minutes in right now. I was going to say, anything else, Jamil, you want to add before we sign off?
Uh, nah, not really.
But
We
oh, you
do
want?
have currently. We might sign back on later because one of our colleagues right now is trying to join the conversation. Davion.
Okay. But yeah. Until then, I was going to say we're
South posts and just stay near your phones like I know everyone else is.
going to say we'll review Raw. I think we'll do that tomorrow since a little bit late. I had to start an assignment for a class. But other than that, Jamil, you want to plug anything you have?
Yeah, just follow my YouTube channel. You just search my name, it will pop up.
Okay, and I'm Levi. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/LeeMixerus. This was WWE SmackDown review for September 20th, 2004. Signing off. Good night.
Good night, everyone.